First things first, talk some Chet Holmgren now. The number 2 overall pick was sensational Tuesday night in his Summer League debut. Back in action last night against Memphis. Guys, I'm not going to say he was the opposite of sensational, but I'm also not going to say that. Had a bit of a tougher time keeping up with the competition. Got pushed around on the low block by undrafted rookie Kenny Lofton Jr. Again, I'm not saying that, but I'm also not saying it. Wilds, I know Chet's your guy, but did Kenny Lofton Jr. expose him last night? Not.
I'll be honest with you, Jenna. That one clip that we start that VO with, it's a little rough. Where Kenny Lofton Jr. just puts his shoulder into Chet and pushes him not once, but twice. But easy fixes. I would go the little John route. Get low. Just a little bit lower, and you're okay. You get a little bit stronger of a base. But overall, the idea that Chet was exposed for having a terrible game, he did score 11 points, have 11 rebounds, and had 2 blocks. So was there a little bit of concerning defense? Yeah, but I also put that on the coaching staff. I don't think he should be matched up with a guy who weighs 275 pounds. Do I think he's going to be able to stop Joel Embiid? No, I don't. Is that what you want to hear? Is that the olive branch you want from OKW? There, you got it. He won't be able to stop Embiid. But when we look at his per 36, we'll take his great game 1 and his horrible game 2. What do we come up with? Oh, just a lowly 25 points a game, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 blocks, and a steal.
It's not even per game.
So am I still on Team
Chet?
Chet?
Not even per game.
Firmly planted. My feet are firmly planted on Chet Island. In fact, they might be up, relaxed, because I got no worries.
Okay. All right, Wilds. Listen.
Yes?
You're right in this regard. That it seems unfair, and you said this earlier, that if people just dismiss Summer League when it doesn't fit their narratives and then leans into it when it does fit their narratives, I understand why that would be frustrating. I do get that. However, I also understand why those of us who said, love the skill, love the personality, love the tenacity, the toughness, the feathery shot for his size, I have one overwhelming concern, however. Skinniest guy ever. It wouldn't be that different than if you start a new relationship and everyone's like, she's amazing. But there's rumors she, likes to light things on fire. And then a couple dates in, it's like, are you playing with matches? It's like, oh boy, of all the things I could see, like that one, red flags ablaze, if you will. Yeah. And so when I see Kenny Lofton Jr., who not, by the way, the son of the great baseball player Kenny Lofton, however, that Kenny Lofton maybe wouldn't be able to back Chet down because they're around the same size. That Kenny Lofton, the spry center fielder for Cleveland, had a little more size than Chet, but maybe able to hold his own. When I see Kenny Lofton Sr. doing this to him, it raises some alarm bells, my friend. And listen, you've got him averaging 20 points a game, winning Rookie of the Year, and being the highest upside guy. Brew yesterday, he did a whole theatrical performance to land on, he's going to be a star. And I'm just a little worried, is he Keith Kloss with the jump shot? A little worried. Just a little.
Oh, gosh.
And like I said,
stop.
Like I said, Brew, let me make it clear. I am rooting for him. However, of all the ways to have a bad performance, this was the worst way because it was what we were all, and I'm using euphemistically we, was worried about.
All right. First of all, can you stop throwing out the I'm rooting for him? I mean, you give a 10-minute soliloquy bashing the kid and all, but I'm rooting for him. No, you're not. All right? I think you'll be fine if he's a good player, but you're not rooting for him. All right, look, here's the thing, Nick. Nobody drafted Chet Holmgren because he was going to become Akeem Olajuwon. All right? And my concerns about his being skinny is not what you just saw with Kenny Lofton Jr. That's going to happen sometimes, especially early in his career. My concern with that is injury. Like, will he be so frail and so fragile that he can't get through seasons? Outside of that, I'm not worried about him because I think he's stronger than he looks. I think he's tougher than he looks.
Well, he's got to be.
And I think this is nobody. Look, what he's going to do, the reason he's drafted and the reason people like him is he's going to be a very good offensive player. I don't think he'll average 20 points as a rookie, but I think eventually he'll become a star, big numbers offensive guy, and defensively he'll block shots. I don't think he'll be a great position defender necessarily, but he'll be able to block shots and kind of swoop in from the weak side and things like that. And block shots in a number of ways, not just weak side blocks. So Dirk Nowitzki, one of the all-time greats, was never a great defender.
Please.
Never really a good defender.
Please.
We got plenty of guys that, and I'm not saying it'll be Dirk, I'm just saying we have plenty of examples of great players who aren't good defensively. And that may be what you see with Chet, except he's going to block a lot of shots. So I'm not worried at all for what I saw last night. Wild's right. He still had 12. His shot was off. Outside of that, 12 rebounds, game high, 3 assists, 2 blocks, a plus 20, while Kenneth Lofton Jr., who we're making into Larry Johnson or Charles Barkley, was a negative 16 plus minus. So I'm just saying, well, you play the games.
I heard a wise man say the other day, Wilds, as long as we keep score, then statistics will matter. Right?
Yeah.
I heard that. There you go.
Not single game summer league plus minus. Go ahead, Wild.
I love you, Broussard.
Why are they playing? Then why go through the charade? Why go through the charade?
I don't know.
Just don't keep score.
So
just do a practice. Just do an organized practice. Can we show the one block from Chet when he's in the paint and he gets all the way out to defend a corner three? No one's showing this clip. This clip has been buried by the Chet haters. Chet gets his fingertips on that. But and maybe saves 3 points. Right. So in my book, when we talk about if plus minus is valuable, so there he saved 3 points, but the Kenny Lofton Jr. into his chest, he gave up 2 points. So if we're talking about plus minus, Nick, that little just exchange right there, Chet plus 1. In my book, the Chet saved 3, gave up 2. But it's a bad defensive game.
There's so much wrong
this is
with
great.
What
and who knows how this affects it, what doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Well, you won't even take that 3 next time.
Listen, hold on. There's just so much wrong with what Wild said. And again, you guys have now ventured into very dangerous territory where you're challenging, where you're pseudo-saying, if the numbers matter. So we can dig into those numbers if you'd like. Wilds, I'm not sure what the expected value of that undrafted future EuroLeague players corner 3 is, but I guarantee you this, it's not 3. High. It's not shooting 100% from 3. So let's just say he's a 40% 3-point shooter. So maybe Chet saved 1.2 points there. We do know what the expected value of the Kenneth Lofton Jr. made layup was. That's 2 points. That's first of all.
Yeah, but
second of all is this.
The ancillary effects.
Yeah, please.
Then they don't take a 3.
Okay.
The next time someone's lined up for a corner 3,
the butterfly
effect. Embarrassed by Chet, end up on first things first. So you have to include that.
Yes.
But the other thing,
I'm not going to get it all over.
Listen, can I also make a request that we have a lot of in sports, but really in the real world, distrust of media. And I feel like sometimes it pollutes some of our just regular verbiage. When Wild says things like, here's what no one is showing, when it is 8:42 a.m., the morning after a summer league game, where is it that you feel like they're censoring the Chet block? Where is it that you are like, oh my God, they won't show you this? It just happened. It was a summer league game that 75 people went to. Like, where is it?